Greetings, this is Jim Lindsay. This is the Chapter 13 lesson. This is going to be really short. What I want you to do for Chapter 13 is actually complete a programming activity at a different website, but I need to show you from how to do it all initially. So that's the purpose of this lesson right here. So that's where you are. You're watching this. Good job. What you're going to do is complete a programming activity that's at a website down here called code.org. And the reason I want to show you some stuff before you get to that is because you can earn some extra credit in the process. There's an extra credit programming activity which I'm going to show you in just a second, and you can, by doing this stuff, you can basically earn an additional 25 points. It's like throwing an extra SAM project onto your grades, and so everybody likes to get some extra points, and so this is a way to do that. Let's look at that assignment real quickly. All right, this is the assignment. It's 4 steps. Well, I mean, there's more to it than that, obviously, but here are the the instructions for you. You go to the code.org website and you complete this programming activity using the game Angry Birds. It's a lot of fun. I've done this in class for about 4 semesters now, and the first time I did, I was really anxious about it because I thought the students were going, I didn't know how they were going to take it, but they really liked it. And so each time I've done this, it's really gotten a lot of I've gotten a lot of really good feedback saying, hey, let's do more of that, let's do more of that. And so here's an opportunity for you to do some hands-on stuff and learn about programming a computer. When people hear about programming, and as you look at Chapter 13, it can be overwhelming because it's a big chapter, and as you read that, it talks about procedural languages. It talks about object-oriented languages and aspect-oriented. It talks about the systems development life cycle, and it talks about wireframes and all these really weird things. You're like, what is this? Well, all I want you to do, I want you to just kind of skim that chapter. I mean, I just want you to skim that chapter. If you like it, if you get into what you're seeing there, contact me, because there's an entire major at Western, the computer science degree, where you can do that as an entire career. You can spend the next 25, 40 years being a programmer and make a lot of money doing it. It's something that really resonates with some people, and some people don't like it. So skim through that chapter. Don't spend a tremendous amount of time on it. I don't plan on having a bunch of test questions, from that chapter. In this test cycle, in this module, we have the Hulk module, and we have chapters 15 and 16 in this module as well, and those are like more traditional chapters, and that's where I plan on the test coming from. This one is mainly just a chance to expose you to this whole field of programming, and hopefully some of you are going to get interested in it and want some more information. So to get you there, to get you to where you can know whether you might like it or not, skim the chapter and then complete this activity. And so what you do is at the code.org, you complete the programming. Basically it's a game. You play the game for the 20 steps, and then at the end of it you can complete this, you can create this certificate of completion, and you type in your first and your last name, and it generates this certificate of completion for you. And then all I want you to do is just basically take a screenshot of that, put it into a Word document, and send it to me. It's real easy. Let me show you how that's going to what that looks like. And so over here at the Blackboard website, if you're not familiar with making a screenshot, here's a link to a web page that shows you how to do that on a PC, and here's how to do it on a Mac. That's what those web pages look like. There's a little video for the PC part, and there's some steps for you with keyboard shortcuts for a Mac. It's real easy. Basically, you're using like the print screen button to get a snapshot of what's on the computer. You jump over to the Word document and you paste it in there. So at code.org, when you click on, you start by watching this. You watch this, what most schools don't teach you. You watch this video. And so that's about 5 minutes. And the people that you see in there, this is what that video looks like. It are people like Bill Gates. You meet Mark Zuckerberg, you meet the guy that made Twitter, you meet all these different very influential computer programmers, and a lot of them are really close to your age. Now, I know obviously Bill Gates is not. So Bill Gates obviously is not your age, but the other people you're going to see in here are very close to your age, and they've done pretty phenomenal stuff. They've made things like Twitter, Facebook, all those sorts of different websites and social media that you guys use. And so first you watch this video, and after you've watched the video, again, it's only like 5.75 minutes, you jump over to the code.org site, which looks like this, and specifically I'm taking you to the learn page, which is where a bunch of classes are.
Yeah.
And these different classes are for any, like it says, ages 4 to 104. And so once you're here, click on the go button, and once you click on the go button, it's going to open up this tutorial. Now this video that starts off when you start the tutorial, it's about 2 minutes long, and as you go through the tutorial, occasionally people are going to pop up, and you're going to see more celebrity people in here. You'll see like an NBA player, you'll see other programmers, and they're going to explain to you how different blocks of code work, like an if statement, how conditionals and variables and those sorts of things play into this. And so you watch that for about 2 minutes, and then you start the activity and explain how to do it as you go through here. So just to get this first one going, you have to move the bird to get the pig, just like you do in an Angry Birds game. So you build your code, you run your code, and then once you've done that, what I want you to do is look at your code, because through that block programming you've done, you can see the actual JavaScript that gets created in the background. And it's real easy up in the beginning, but as you get to the 20th one, as you move forward, I've got some family moving in and out. My grandmother, who who lives with us, is about 84. She just looked over my shoulder, and she was watching this. So as we said, ages 4 to 104, we're getting into this. So this is the code that gets generated by the block programming you do, and as you progress, it's going to get more and more complex, and they'll show you all this initial stuff is very manual and rudimentary, and you're in command after command after command. Well, then you can build in these automated things, which will make the same code, but with a lot fewer lines of typing, and it's much more efficient. And so that's what you learn from this activity. Now, when you get to step 20, once you've completed step 20, you're going to get to a screen that looks like this. And basically, I've already filled this out because I've done this a bunch of times. But when you get to here, you'll be able to type in your first and your last name and hit submit, and it's going to create this certificate of completion for you. And then what you do is you click on it, and basically it gives you this certificate of completion. This is what you screenshot and then put into a Word document as described in the homework instructions or the extra credit instructions. And so how would you do that? Well, on a PC, I'm just going to use a screenshot. Again, I'm using like Windows 8.1. I'm just going to use print screen, jump over to Microsoft Word, create a new document here, and then what I'll do is I'll paste that picture into that document, and then I'm going to name this what my name is, certificate. So I'll save as, and I'll put that on my computer somewhere, and I'll call this, Jim Lindsay certificate, and it's going to be a docx, of course. There's my thing, and then what I want you to do is email me your certificate of completion screenshot in your Word document. So it's important, and I'm glad you're watching this, because basically what you need to do is when you get to step 20, once you've completed step 20 of the game, go ahead and create your certificate and then get your screenshot. And so you probably should do a practice screenshot if you've never done that before. Get a practice screenshot in Microsoft, and then make sure you can get into Microsoft Word before you do the exercise. That way you won't go through the 20 steps and then get upset because you can't screenshot it. So that's it. So watch this video first. This, what most schools don't teach you video, the one about 5 minutes 45 seconds. Then do the code.org activity. Get your screenshot of your completion certificate, and then save that Word document and send it to me. And that's how you get the 25 points. I hope you like this. Other students have, and I hope you're going to see how basically programmers, people that write code for all the neat things we do on our computers, how they go about thinking about a problem, solving that problem, coming up with a solution for some sort of challenge. And that's what this whole chapter is about. It's about different languages that are used, different approaches to solve problems or create solutions for making computers do things. And so if you like it, please get in contact with me, and I can tell you all sorts of information about some classes that you could take in computer science or over in the computer information technology department. And I think you'll be happy with the information I can share with you. So thanks a lot. Have a good day.